All right, welcome to another Cloud Minute with CoreVault. We have been talking about in this video series with Raymond, our CIO, about how do I move my stuff to the cloud as a business. Our very first area we went into was talking about selecting the right partner is everything, because it really impacts this whole process of implementation. Two is about the tools and timing. You got the right partner, they're going to have the right tools, have the right timing to move in critical, non-critical data, and make it a great experience. But three, Raymond, today though, we want to get in a little bit of the minutiae, explain to a potential person that wants to move their stuff to the cloud, what does that look like though? How do I do it? And we talk about, obviously, just so you understand part of the process as a business, whether it's internal or external, your IT person is going to have to be part of the process. The partner just doesn't do it all. But that will be an integral part of the communication and the implementation of this plan, right? So keep that in mind. But Raymond, talk about this. This is where it starts right here.
Sure.
Walk us through the step 2 and 3 and 4.
Sure. Starting with step number 2 here, we talked about in segment 2 about the use of capacity planning. We talked about that tool and the gathering of information from the system that we're going to migrate. So what we do is we take the evaluation results of that particular part of the process, that phase of it, and we look at the system as a whole. We take a look at the server, and the first thing we looked at is the operating system. We determine if the operating system is in a state in which we want to migrate it, in which it's in, or whether we need to make some changes there, possibly upgrade, possibly do some different things there in order to bring it current.
Okay.
Also, its stability is a big key. Whether or not the operating system is stable, will depend on whether we want to take that system as is or not. The second thing we look at is the applications in which we're using on that server. We determine whether or not those applications are also in a current state, what their purpose is, what their use is, whether or not we want to take this system as a whole, or whether we want to do a fresh installation of it. Possibly we want to do a fresh installation over here on the cloud side, then reinstall the applications, move the data, and do the cutover that way.
Okay, so we were doing all the software and the databases, apps, the setup for the data export, right, from their system. And so really we're creating this other machine in the cloud while they're still running it, they're running their business, nothing's down or anything. We're creating this one. And so now that you've got all that up, now it's talking about flipping the switch, Raymond. This is where the rubber meets the road, really, right? So talk to us about flipping the switch and connectivity.
Sure. In flipping the switch here, what we actually do is we plan the appropriate time for that to happen. Okay. We've made decisions earlier in the process as to whether or not the system was capable of taking it down, whether or not there was a window that we could actually make this cutover happen, or whether we needed to do it more in a real-time fashion. So now it's taking a look and actually making the change. Earlier in the process, when we established the virtual data center for the customer, most likely we created a virtual private networking tunnel. So now it's the cloud has become an extension of the customer's network, and now it's just in essence decommissioning the old server, making any record changes on the application side or so forth, to discontinue the access from the old system to the new.
Okay, and now they're in the cloud, right? So just think about that. You've got the right partner, the right tools and timing, the right process and planning. This step to the cloud, which we've kept at a high level, should be a great experience for you, and you're going to get to enjoy a lot of the benefits we've covered at other times about cloud computing, about being in the cloud. So we hope you found this series educational. Hopefully this has been helpful to you, and we appreciate your time today. Thanks.